Hey everyone, it's Boogeyman Ben. Hope everyone's doing well and everyone had a nice day. I wanted to do a quick little video because I just had the awesome pleasure of watching the premiere episode of the new A&E show Bates Motel, which is a show I've really been looking forward to. Big Psycho fan. One of my favorite horror series of all time, next to Friday the 13th. Those are my two favorites, but just love the Psycho movies. Everything about Psycho, the house, the motel. Love Anthony Perkins and Janet Leigh. They were just great, and I was really curious like how they were going to bring the Psycho story to a contemporary audience, because I knew it was going to have some of the similar themes, but they were going to take the story in a completely so I really wanted to check it out. I was excited to check it out, and I hope everyone will stay tuned for my review of Bates Motel. So this is not as much a review as it is my thoughts on the pilot episode for the show. I don't really want to spoil anything for anybody, because I went into this not knowing a lot about the plot outside of that it was going to focus on Norma Bates and Norman Bates and them relocating and buying the motel, which would become the Bates Motel. Outside of that, I had no idea where the story was going to go or how they were going to bring these characters from the iconic Hitchcock film into a contemporary setting. Vera Farmiga as Norma Bates and Freddie Highmore as Norman Bates are excellent in this show. You really feel the mother-son bond between them. It's almost, I mean, the way that Vera plays Norma, I felt there was a few times where it was similar to how Olivia Hussey had played her in Psycho 4 in terms of she doesn't come off like a mother sometimes. It's almost like she's Norman's girlfriend in times. That's just the way that I perceived it. So that was something that sort of I thought was kind of interesting, the way that she played it. And then there's times where she's very different. Almost like you see this darkness come over her, very similar to how Olivia Hussey played her. And I thought that was great. But Vera really makes it her own. There's nothing outside of the changing personality. Outside of that, there's really nothing that's similar to Olivia Hussey's portrayal of Norma Bates. And Freddie really does a great job of playing Norman, showing this vulnerable side to him. But there's this dark side to him as well, but it's not something that is very like in your face or overtly there. It's just something that he does in his mannerisms or the way he looks at something. And there's just something about him that reminds me of Tony Perkins, and not in a way that he's trying to portray his version of Norman as Tony Perkins would have played him, but there is something very Tony Perkins-ish. The other thing I want to talk about is the production design. Now, the house and the motel were built in Vancouver. They are not the sets from Universal Studios. Initially, when I heard they weren't going to be shooting on the back lot, I thought it was kind of odd. I was like, it just seems like, that would be just the obvious place to shoot. The house looks just like the one at Universal. The motel has a few different touches. The office is kind of where the door to the office is a little bit different than the way it looks the original motel from Universal Studios, but it's still they are just amazing looking. And even like in some of the scenes, the interior scenes of the house, yeah, they've changed a few things up, but it's still got that spirit of the way that the house looked in the Hitchcock film and the three sequels. Even some of the furniture looks similar. So production design just did an amazing job of recreating. That was one thing that was going to be a big thing for me, was the way the house looked. I wanted the house to have, the house is a character to me. Yeah, the motel is a character. Stuck to the original house design in terms of the exterior shots, and even so, like I said, some of the interior just tremendous. Great job. Now, like I said, I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but I can say that I was hooked from the start of the show till the very end, and I really can see this show going on for a long time. There are some tremendous story opportunities they have now. They really established the Norman and Norma Bates characters in this first episode. I felt very well. They're very complex characters, but you understand them. But then there's this dark side to both of the show. I love this first episode. This really contains the essence of Psycho. There's little things in this show that harken back to the original film that were small touches, but I picked up on them right away. And it's just small little details, and I think they just did an excellent job at capturing that. So 10 out of 10 for the pilot episode for me. Love this show. please check out Bates Motel when it premieres on A&E on March 18th at 10 o'clock. And also see if it's on demand and check it out now. I mean, I think it's a great show. Just based on the pilot episode, I think they have a tremendous opportunity to make it. This show is going to be awesome if they keep the tone that is set with this pilot episode. I'm really looking forward to it. I thank everybody for watching, and I hope everyone has a great evening. Thanks a lot, and take care.